It's a Meekham's Gone Farmin, Iowa premiere from Davenport, Iowa. Max and Max with you. Let's get right into the action.
F59 is a Ford Jubilee. Of course, you hear that coming in. It seemed really quiet.
Yep. Believed to be the finest Ford Jubilee in existence.
Hard to turn one of these over. I mean, hard to invert it out in the field.
Yeah. These were pretty stable. Low center ground. Yeah. This one here, serial number 2281, is a 1953 Ford Golden Jubilee. Professional remanufactured by N Complete with a certificate. 4 hours on the machine, Max.
Come back on that again. Wait just a minute.
4 hours on this machine, I imagine, since the restoration was done.
Oh, okay.
Runs and operates as new, 50th anniversary edition of Ford. Has the optional Sherman high-low transmission. Optional light and gauge package, live hydraulics, 3-point hitch system, believed to be the finest Ford Jubilee in existence, part of the GMK Ford N Tractor collection. So,
as the tag on it said there, no expense spared in the restoration, and I think you can tell that. Doggone it, it's pretty nice.
And this is the start of a series of Ford tractors here that we've got a collection of selling. I believe it's the GMK collection.
Maybe on one of these coming through, we can get a good shot on that tag right over the grill there on the hood, because it's a beautiful scene that you find on those.
Yeah, that emblem on the front.
Yeah, right on the very front. It's pretty cool to look at.
And you can see the detail in that paint there. There's a good shot of that front end.
Yeah. I mean, there is great detail even in that tag, that emblem, isn't there?
Yeah, when you really start looking at dissecting what you're seeing in that emblem.
Look at that.
The reserve has been pulled on this tractor at 97.50.
What a great shot. What a great view.
There, we just heard a little cackle of that Ford engine as it started back up.
Cackle. I like that. That's an apt term for a Ford starting up. Let's listen to it cackle. There it goes.
10.750. A little bit of late action here once that reserve come off. Sometimes that reignites the bidders here, because I know it is actually going to go to the new home. There's a shot of Logan Schmidt up there running through the bid on this Ford Jubilee. As we hit the 11.750 mark.
12,002. You've done all the work. 12,002 and a half. Might as well take the tractor home. You already got the hat. 12,002 for pay. And 12,002 for pay. Sorter, $12,000 to the pound. Sorter, 12,000 Ben.
That's going to sell out at $12,000, Max. It's going to bring in the next tractor in this Ford N series. Block F60 is a Ford 2N.
That Jubilee was so nice, somebody will even buy a new trailer to haul that on, won't they? Doggone it, you don't want to haul that around on an old beat-up trailer.
No, you wouldn't want to be that outclass a lot of trailers, I think. But look at this one coming in here now, Max. Another one of these tractors from this Ford N Series collection.
It's a 2N, right?
Yep. And this one here also has been completely remanufactured by the N Complete company with a certificate. Correct in equipment, color, and options. Museum quality. Less than 8 hours on this machine since it's been restored. Runs and operates as new. Optional lights and gauge package. 3-point hitch. And I would probably agree with this. It's probably one of the nicest Ford 2Ns you're going to see.
That's N-Complete. They're the ones that are restored. I get that. Incomplete until it's restored. Then it's complete and then some, isn't it?
Well, and I think it may be a company that specializes in the N Series Ford.
Absolutely.
And just really a unique N Series tractor here to see.
Again, that dates back to World War II era, doesn't it?
Well, that's actually, 44 2N. Yeah, that would have been about right. I believe the N series came out in 39.
39, yep. But you got to remember, again, as we were talking earlier, wartime in America, there were so many constraints, and wherewithal to buy a tractor was one of those.
$7,000 bid.
Close the bid, the bid goes on.
And the bid's going to go on that tractor at $7,000.
Talk to them. Our goal is to sell every tractor we have here.
I believe that's the first one that we've had. The bid goes on.
I believe it is. Yeah.
And as I had said earlier, when the bid goes on, if you're still interested in that tractor, you can go talk to one of our representatives from Mecum Auctions and see if we can get a deal made between you and the seller. And that's going to bring in lot F61 is a 1949 Ford 8N. Another tractor from this GMK Ford tractor collection. Pretty much come through the same restoration service on this. Less than 5 hours on the machine since it's been restored. Runs and operates as new. Probably one of the nicest Ford 8Ns you're going to see roll across the block at this auction or really any other collector auction out there. Also has the optional front bumper and hitch on it.
Brush guard or whatever you want to call it there, huh? You would have never messed up a grill, would you?
I can't say that I haven't. I can't say that I did.
Well, you're going to be a politician here? Yeah, you can run for office, pal. They all came out of a plant in Michigan, did they not, Max? The Ford tractors?
Yeah, I believe so, up around Detroit area.
That's what I was going to say, the Detroit area.
And, of course, there were, I'm not even sure on the numbers. I imagine there were probably close to 1 million of them made, you would think.
Boy, you see a lot of 8Ns around.
That was another big joke around my area was it seemed like every farm at some point had a Ford 8N on their farm. They were handy for running hay fork or manure spreader, that low clearance you'd get in and out of a barn where a row crop tractor may have been too tall. And then, of course, the 3-point hitch.
Yeah, you didn't have any trouble tucking that one away in the shed, did you?
No. And we're at $82.50 bid on this Ford 8N.
Once again, we're seeing people appreciate the fine restorations that are coming in front of them there.
And this, of course, is part of that GMK Ford collection. $8,500, and the reserve has come off of this tractor, so it is going to a new home, Max.
F62 is a 1940 Ford 9N first model design that used Ford in tractors.
That's going to bring in lot F62 is a 1940 Ford 9N.
This one's a little bit different. What's the story on the grill there, the front end, the Ferguson system grill?
Of course, got that screen that you would have put on the outside to keep your radiator clean, but also has the Ferguson system stencil, which, of course, the 3-point hitch on the N-Series Fords was a handshake agreement between Henry Ford and Harry Ferguson.
I was going to ask you about that. There was a little bit of it wasn't all in agreement between those two, was it?
It actually pretty much come to the end there but if you actually look at a Ferguson tractor and a Ford 8N, it was kind of, okay, here's the thing, you can sell my tractors in England under the Ferguson name if I can use your 3-point hitch in the United States. They shook hands on it. Then after a few years, all of a sudden the copyright, I believe, went up on it, and there was a little bit of a dispute over whose it was, and not sure how it ended up, other than pretty much it became the industry standard for all farm equipment. This one here, professionally remanufactured by N, complete with the certificate, correct colors and options. Less than 8 hours since the restoration. Been on 2 parades. But once again, part of that GMK Ford collection that we got coming across here, Max. That's $7,500 bid. And I believe that's our final tractor in that GMK Ford collection. $8,000 bid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reserve is on. The reserve is on. That's the next tractor sold.
And the reserve has come off of that tractor, Max. It is going to go to a new home.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people know that guy. Yeah, shake hands with that gentleman. He's a super fella. Hey, we're getting some red paint here now, pal.
Yep. Lot F63 is a 1953 Farmall Super C. Does have a center-mounted blade there with the factory wide front. Does have the fast hitch on the back.
He's demonstrating the lift. The blade goes down. It made about 90,000 Super Cs. It's got the fenders on it.
Yep, got the fenders on there.
Those tires have been worked, haven't they?
Yeah, looks like a little bit of down the road work there.
Think it graded the driveway or moved snow?
Or go and pull all that gravel back out of the grass and into your driveway after you plowed snow with it. So it does have a set of rear wheel weights on it. And that one is going to a new home. Sitting right at $2,500 bid right now. And it's going to sell out at $2,500. That's going to bring in lot F64 as an Oliver 770 Orchard propane.
Our first LP of the day. Doggone it, look at that. Sweeping fenders, that LP, you put that combination together, that turns heads.
Yeah, that's a nice looking tractor. Was a nice restoration and paint job, pretty low production. Of course, being a 1975 kind of throws you off a little bit because you figure or 65. Complete nut and bolt restoration. Had a complete engine rebuild, new radiator, new gauges and wiring, new Titan tires.
I don't think you want to scrape those fenders under the apple tree, would you? Huh?
Nah, I don't think you'd want to do
Get
that
up there
anymore.
and pick those apples by hand.
I think it's probably one of them you're just going to look nice hiding behind those fenders as you're driving her through a parade. So.
When you go to restore a tractor like that with that much metal, that's quite a task, isn't it, to restore those sweeping fenders? That's
a lot of sanding and a lot of body filling and making sure everything's going to be nice. The other thing is getting it all to line again, because a lot of that stuff got beat up around those trees. You got a little too close to the trunk and you crush one of them. It takes a lot to get all that stuff back in line. So.
14,000, huh, Max?
Yep, 14,000, and that one's going to go to a new home.
We're out of time. It's hard to believe, but we're not done showing you tractors. Max, there'll be more next week.
Yeah, ought to be some great ones next week, just like we did have this week. So
don't miss it. Tune in. We'll see you. So long, everyone.
Time for me comes